Alrighty then, I think we have everything we need to get this show on the road. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cards of the Heart, and welcome back to the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament presented to you by Puzzle General. In this matchup, we've got the final match to be wrapped up by tomorrow's deadline, so it'll be good to get this out of the way and be able to proceed with the rest of the tournament. I think one of the participants in this match would feel the same way. But in this losers round matchup, we have ShadyJakey, who has a recent personal best of 10 minutes 13 seconds, and DarkAriesKnight, who has a personal best of 27 minutes 6 seconds. So you can tell right away with the personal best that there's going to be some sort of discrepancy with this matchup. I think I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because I feel like that music might be overpowering me just a little bit. So looks like I'm going to be solo on the commentary tonight. So we've kept these two people waiting long enough, so kept these people waiting long enough, so I will get these races going soon. It's kind of hard for DarkAries to play this effectively with them being colorblind. So it's going to be just a little. It's going to be quite the task for him to get through this. Let's see here. Alright. Yeah, Aries having the amount of troubles that Aries is really having a bit of a struggle with this. The time difference in personal bests is really going to be evident in this matchup. I think all expectations are that Jake is going to take this matchup, and I think part of Aries wants this match to get over with. All right. It is about time to get this race started. Oh, hello, One Dark Sooner. I'll brief you on that after this match. Though I feel like this match could take a while. Okay. Looks like both players have started, and it's going to take a little bit to get these to sync, so let me try and sync these as best I can, even though the timers are probably not accurate. But in any case, welcome Welcome to Tetris Attack for the Super Nintendo, the garbage stacking game where you send combos and chains to your opponent in order to fill their screen full of blocks and panels in order to force their stack to break through the upper bounds of the top of the screen and make them lose. That is the win condition for this run. I'm actually going to delay this another 9 seconds just to compensate for Jake's unusual timer, so this should be a little more accurate to what is going on. Alright, Jake is finally through that Lakitu stage in 51 seconds, so I get the feeling this is going to be a bit of a slog for both players, though I'm not sure why else I would be feeling that. There's, like, you can sense the general difficulty that both of these players have in coming up with combos and chains, but Jake certainly came up with a pretty good looking 4-chain there. So it gets Bumpty into stack lowering mode, and there we go, there's a 30 for him. And Aries looks like he has to restart Lakitu. Unfortunately with Aries, it's going to be a bit of a theme. His color blindness really does not do him any favors at all in that regard. I think in the back of his mind he just wants to get this match over with. And I'm sure Jake would be more than happy to oblige. So the format of this tournament is that we're doing a best of 3 speedrun race of the hardest difficulty of the 1-player versus. And of course, being a best of 3, whoever takes two out of those 3 races will win and move on to the next round. Since this is a loser's bracket match, both of these players have lost already early in the tournament, so another loss will eliminate them from the tournament. So let's see, let's catch back up with the action. Jake here coming up with a pretty impressive 6-chain to start. He's got a few combos behind it, so ooh, Wiggler there just barely found enough things to clear there. That could have costed Jake a lot more time than it did, but a 25 there should be more than good enough for him. Meanwhile, Aries still working on the Bumpty. Nice 6 combo to start from Jake. No, he's not from State Farm. Just let's get that out of the way. But yeah, looks like Jake is going out of his way to find a bunch of combos, which can be nice. Combos do definitely serve a good deal of their purpose in filling the opponent's stack. I find the most balanced attack for each stage is to use some sort of mix of combos and chains. The idea is sort of that you can generally create 2 rows of garbage faster than you can create 1. It's kind of the idea, and if you can stack combo garbage effectively during your chain, you're really going to be a lot better off compared to someone that doesn't. Alright, we got Jake finally on to Blarg, and unfortunately Aries just now getting through Bumpty, so you can really tell that this is probably going to be a one-sided affair, and Aries just cannot wait for this match to be over. And he's certainly one of the better people in the community at being able to explain this game works, but yeah, the color blindness thing doesn't really help him be able to actually play the game all that well. I know when I play this game, I tend to rely a lot on the colors instead of the actual shapes of the panels to find matches. So if you have some trouble differentiating the colors, you're going to find yourself a little hard pressed to play more instinctively. So Aries is having to slog through all of these stages, and it looks like Jake here has come up with a really solid lungefish fight. 26 seconds. He's actually not far behind his personal best at the moment, and there's definitely room for him in the late game to make up some time. Unfortunately, Aries will take, I think, another death at Poochie. Let's see how Jake handles his Raphael fight. Yeah, like I said earlier, it looks like he's going out of his way to make a bunch of combos, but he's having a little trouble finding all of the chains that he needs to do. Like, I'm not sure if the combo-centric plan of attack can work all that well, considering once your opponent clears the combo garbage, you've suddenly got a lot more panels at his disposal. But I figure as long as you come into this game with some plan of attack, like don't just go through it all willy-nilly, as long as you have some idea what you're doing, then you're going to be able to play at least a little more effectively. Alright, now Jake is entering the Cave of Wickedness, and the RNG really starts to take its toll here. Races in this game are often won or lost in this area, and there are definitely some huge swings in momentum that can happen here. Not that we expect to see any in this match, but that's normally how these races play out. Jake still having a little trouble filling the opponent's stack. So yeah, it looks like Hookbill is going to be sticking around for just a little while in this stage. Looks like he's just continuing to find clears off of the garbage, and now he runs out of stop time, and that allows Jake to move on to the Piranha Plant as Aries manages to get past Wiggler. See how Aries starts. This froggy fight. Looks like he's making a bunch of combos. It's kind of hard for him to see all the chains that he can make. But he definitely knows how to make a combo. So that's what he's going to start with. Alright. Oh, Jake coming up with a really, really solid 8-chain to make sure that Piranha's stack continues to be filled, which looks like that eventually will be enough, but that's going to take some time. Sorry, I've been trying to focus on the commentary for this match, but I'm going to look at RPG's new run tomorrow. He's actually improved it twice. He's actually improved the time a second time, and I thought there were a few things from the clips I saw that were going to be remotely interesting for me to look at, but I'll have some time tomorrow to look at that run in greater detail. Oh man, Jake playing a little bit with fire here. His stack rising really close to the top. The amount of stop time you get from making combos and chains here does not help you all that much when you raise your stack as close to the top as Jake has been. Stop time is very, very misleading. You can easily get yourself caught with your pants down here if you are not careful. So I have to worry. I have to worry about what Jake's strategy is going to be. How Jake's strategy is going to play out as he continues this minute-plus long Kamek battle. Just absolutely making huge chains here. And as we check back in with Aries, he's just now getting to Blarg, so this race, as expected, unfortunately, has kind of turned into a one-sided affair. With Jake just now, looks like he's going to be able to get past Kamek here. Kamek should be running out of stop time really soon because he hasn't made any combos with chains. And that will do it for Kamek. 2 minutes later, Jake finally gets to the final stage. 12 stages in this run, and of course, Bowser is the one behind everything. So you gotta beat him to free this world of his tyranny and bring peace back to Yoshi's Island. Alright, Bowser's stack is really high, and Jake has filled his stack quite a bit. Let's see how long Bowser can keep this up, but I get the feeling, even though Bowser's really good at making a bunch of combos and chains quickly, that he's not going to be able to last that much longer. And there he goes. Jake will take the first game of this match with a time of 13 minutes 11 seconds. So probably so not pleased with himself that he's already reset his splits. He's already ready for the next run. So we'll see how long Aries will want to keep this going, but as soon as he notices that Jake has won this first matchup, he will probably want to forfeit just to get the next race underway. It seems like Aries' primary concern at this point is to just get out of everyone else's way. I mean, I think Aries was kind of egged on to participate in the tournament anyway. I mean, you can kind of tell that Aries is facing quite the difficulty in making some of these remotely basic moves. So right now in the bracket, and this would be a good time to go to the bracket here. Right now, all of winners round 2 has been completed, And we are at the final match of Losers Round 1. There were 19 players that entered this tournament, and right now we are going to close it down to the final 16. There are a few more rounds before we get to the end game, which will happen the weekend of June 26th, the last weekend before SGDQ, which is kind of the reason why we are putting on this tournament at this point. This is a celebration of the 4-way Tetris attack race that will be happening at SGDQ. So yes, this is the last match in Losers Round 1. And it's looking very much like Jake will be the one to move on to the next round and eliminate Aries from this tournament. Alright, let's see here. Is there anything else to bring up at this point? I cannot help but find myself to be in a bit of a lull, considering Aries is going to be expected to be stuck here trying to finish this run for at least 10 more minutes. I guess at this point I can get into the basics of the game and how this works. So for those of you who have not seen Tetris Attack, or have seen this game and just tried to so hard in futility to try to understand how this works, let me try and give the best breakdown that I can. The main point of this game is to make combos and chains. This is a match 3 puzzle game, but you can match more than 3 in a row to make a combo. And the combos send these small, thin garbage blocks that you see littered across both sides of Aries' screen right now. The other thing you have are the chains, which Aries just had like a huge 4 chain right there. You clear some panels, the panels above them fall, and then they fall into another clear. That's what makes a chain. And the chains send the thicker garbage blocks to your opponent's side of the field. When you fill your opponent's side with blocks and panels, and the stack breaks through the top of the opponent's screen, you win. So you want to make as many combos and chains as you can, generally, not only to send garbage to your opponent and fill their screen, but also when you make combo or chain, the stack stops rising for a time. So combos and chains have an offensive and a defensive purpose to them. So Aries now getting into this hookbill fight. Unfortunately, I expect this to be a colossal struggle to try and fill Hookbill's stack. There's only so much you can do when you're consistently making just combos. You're making combos in very small chains. There's only there's only so much you can do to fill the stack at any one time, but Aries is actually able to get in a few bigger chains here. So he's not completely lost in this one. Like there, oh, there we go. Oh, he got a 6. Aries got a 6 chain there. So that's solid. Uh-oh. Oh, my stream of Aries just froze. That's wonderful. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can refresh this somehow. Oh. Can't help but slog through. We can't. It seems like no one here can help but slog through a bunch of technical issues tonight. kind of a classic pose for Yoshi to freeze with the tongue to the groin. Though really the most classic thing would be for Yoshi to lick Hookbill's ass, but that's another meme for another time. So for those of you just tuning in, this is the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament presented by Puzzle General, and this is the first game in best of three match in the first round of the losers bracket. ShadyJakey has already won this first game with a race time of 13 minutes 11 seconds. DarkAriesKnight unfortunately a bit outmatched in this matchup, is still working on this run. You would have to believe with a few miracles that he could find a way to make a new personal best from this. But the fact that Aries has some color blindness really does not help him much when most of the people who play this game instinctively tend to rely on looking for colors instead of paying attention to the unique shapes of each panel. Just so we're clear, they are called panels. They are not blocks. Pokemon Puzzle League called them blocks, and well, Pokemon Puzzle League kind of threw a monkey wrench into a lot of the things for the series going forward. It's kind of the reason why the Puzzle League name for the series stuck. There were so many things that were clumsily handled by the game, but don't think this is really the place to go over those in great detail. But unfortunately, they're a frequent occurrence for Aries in this stage of the game. It takes a death at Piranha Plant and has to redo the stage. Certainly cannot fault him for trying though. There's a lesson to be had here, because we don't want to be one of those one of those communities that tries to exclude people based on their skill level. Everyone that knew about this tournament was free to join this tournament, and you don't have to be concerned about how well you can do in the game in order to be able to have some fun with this kind of thing. Now I'm sure if you were to ask Aries right now, he would tell you he's not necessarily having fun, but he has his own special difficulties with this game, as I alluded to earlier. Shadow, please. I mean, it's not like we planted slaves into the tournament. That would be wrong and illegal on so many levels. Also, how's it going, Nanmi? Are they all single? I don't know. I mean, the general assumption. I think the general assumption is to go with the fact that they're single, but and now I think about it, I don't think everyone in this tournament is necessarily free in that regard. But who am I to judge? I'm not looking for I'm not looking for any particular kind of commitment myself, so I am not one to talk. As you can see, Jake has already started another run in preparation for the next race. Aries unfortunately taking another death, this one at Kamek. This is going to be quite the struggle for him. Kamek is not pulling any punches with his chains either. Oh yeah, I kinda don't have my tip alerts up, so one Dark Sooner decided to throw $2 in the tip jar and says, "Hey man, just remember to explain the Joey 80% run after this. Oh, and if you don't mind, could you check out my streaming account sometime? If so, let me know and I'll message it to you." So yeah, we're talking the Joey 80% run, which I don't know. I'm willing to just consider in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. We're just gonna talk about Joey as a new game run, not as a new game plus run. Because a new game plus run would enable so many other things that there would be hardly much point to defining the category. But as far as a new game Joey run goes, as I think the only restriction to the run should be that you don't use any monsters from the other campaigns. You don't use any monster. Yeah, I don't think you can use any marshals, but you can't use any monsters from the other campaigns. For those of you who are not aware of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom, It's a real-time strategy RPG. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Real-time strategy RPG. Go figure. And the main game is composed of two campaigns. One for Yugimoto and one for Seto Kaiba. Once you complete those two stories, a third Joey story opens up, and because you've beaten two campaigns, you have access to monsters from other campaigns. But I think for the purposes of a new game run with Joey, you would only use the monsters unique to the Joey campaign. So I would imagine there'd be a bit of a routing challenge in that regard, because I would think the game would make you. I would think the game would almost compel you to use some of the monsters you've toughened up. But I actually haven't played. Played that route in a long time, so I don't remember any of it. I also haven't played the Kaiba route in a long time, and considering the speed run of that is estimated to be somewhere between 3.5 and 4 hours, I'm not exactly looking forward to learning that. And yeah, no outside items from out of the campaign either. It should be pretty clear, I think. Well, hold on, is it that clear what items you start with? I don't know if there are any starting items. But hey, BB Forky, thanks for popping in, and nice to know that your internet troubles will be over soon. That was quite the abrupt interruption. From the earlier proceedings. But okay, Aries is finally finished, and I think he is thrown in the towel. Like he's not really interested in doing this anymore. He was also, should be noted, Aries was also playing on a Nintendo Wii emulator. For some reason, Aries wanted to show off a frame grabber that he recently picked up. I must say, his stream quality, his game quality is absolutely amazing. But it's kind of like Aries kind of made it difficult on himself, somewhat on purpose, or it's just stupidity. His words, not mine. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But I just don't really know what to say about this at the moment. But I am really loving the video quality on your stream, Aries, but I cannot deny that some questionable decisions may have been made on this night. So I think at Aries' request, it would be best to just give Jake the victory in this match. Put Aries out of his misery for this tournament. Then have Jake have the pleasure of facing ShadyJakey in this next match. Let's take another look at the bracket just so we can see what we are dealing with here. So I think I might as well just go ahead and handle it the way we have been handling scoring in this tournament for forfeits. So now it will be the 11th seed ShadyJakey and the 14th seed ShadyJakey in the next round of losers. And all of these losers bracket matches will have a week to complete their matches, and the winners bracket matches are also set. There's me going to face Alta Biscuit in the next round. We also have BB Forky and Flagelstan, Montucky and Demolition Derby, and FFR Pro 21 and Darkwing Duck. So I would like to believe that all these matches are going to be very, very good, and I cannot wait to be able to cast some of these.